How's it going, you all? I just wanted to make a video really quick giving a shout out to my friend Chad from the YouTube channel Open Your Reality. Okay. So if you're not aware yet, I actually have done, I think, 2 live streams and one just like regular long form video on Chad's channel. We talked about the carnivore diet. We talked about a little bit about herbs and supplements and some of my own personal views and opinions on nutrition and nutrition science. The first live stream was all about, resolving autoimmune disorders and digestive disorders using an elimination diet, which is, basically the carnivore diet. I also gave my opinions on raw meat and raw food versus cooked food, and tried to basically obliterate the common dogmas and charlatanism that tends to go on in these communities. Second video we did on nutrition science and health and stuff was basically me answering a whole bunch of questions that I had got from on Chad's YouTube. Lots of questions, and some of them about spiritual veganism and raw vegan frequencies and meat rotting in the intestine, and got a lot of crazy questions in there. Some of which we didn't get around to replying to. Really good response overall, though. Really appreciate his viewership. And we also did a live stream on the law of attraction, which I think would be a really awesome thing for y'all to check out if you're interested in creating your reality and law of attraction stuff. I kind of went deeper into using the law of attraction for beginners who don't have success as easy with affirmations. It's really hard for people to just be to affirm I am a millionaire over and over again if they come from poverty or if they have negative beliefs about money. And so I gave a pretty awesome and effective method of using the law of attraction without needing to, worry about those types of things, right? It's not about, delusion. It's about tapping into an authentic frequency that you can slowly build over time to be in resonance, in alignment with the types of energies you want to attract to. But anyway, go and check that out on Chad's channel, Open Your Reality. We're going to be doing another live stream coming up this Saturday, as actually what we're aiming for, or this weekend. I believe it's going to be Saturday around 11 or 12 Central Texas time. I'll let you all know the specifics as we get closer to it. But yeah, it's going to be just probably a hodgepodge of all sorts of different topics. I think we'll probably focus on something completely different, like maybe my philosophy on, attracting women and just healthy relationships. And I think females will be able to use that kind of information too. Who knows what we're going to talk about, but we're going to do another live stream coming up here this weekend. And I want for everybody to go and subscribe to Chad's channel right now so you'll be alerted about it. Open Your Reality. So another thing I want to mention is, so Chad's channel, what I like about him as a person and his channel, so they talk a little bit about things that I personally, I don't know, like conspiracy theories and stuff. There's some of that on there. And I'm not really a big proponent of those things, depending on how you come at it. Because I find a lot of people just dedicate their life to things that don't really move them further towards their goals and stuff. Things like conspiracy theories and deep political issues that, fuel anger in them and stuff. But then also, the government's against me, and people argue with everyone in the comments about it. And I just feel like some of those things can be a huge waste of energy that don't really make any sense to focus on. However, a lot of what Chad's channel talks about is he brings a lot of interesting guests on there that, they talk about simulation theory is a big theme there, and kind of like the idea of where did this reality come from, and existentialism and things like that, which I'm a fan of. and a wide variety of different perspectives and philosophies on what even is this reality consists of. So I'm a huge fan of that, and I used to nerd out on that stuff, drove myself crazy just trying to figure out the truth about reality and objective facts and the nature of it. And the big theory of everything I actually got into for a while, so I'm relatively familiar with that. It's a big theme in this channel. Yeah, they have some guests that talk about flat Earth, and I don't spend a lot of time thinking about those things. However, I did watch a video or two on it on Chad's channel, just because it's Chad, and it's one of those rabbit holes that if you start to go down, it's like, oh shit, like this is starting to make me, you know. But anyway, yeah, so just a lot of interesting people come on there, and the biggest thing though, the biggest reason why I like it is, so for one, if you follow my channel, okay, unless you're one of those emotionally reactive, crazy people that are just projecting their perceptions on everyone else, most people probably be able to tell that I'm the type of person that entertains a lot of different ideas without buying into it, without accepting them as facts. I always hold open a wide degree of skepticism and speculation, and don't really accept things for a long time. Most of the things that I personally live by, and I guess you could say believe in, I still open a pretty high degree of maybe it's not correct, right? But Chad is open-mindedness, I guess is what they call it, right? And Chad has a very open-minded approach, and a lot of his guests have differing opinions and things, and he's asking questions. And I've seen an interview with Chad once, for once actually, where Chad's actually talking in an interview, and he's talking about his own opinion on simulation theory and stuff like that. And I just like how it's not dogmatic, it's not biased, and it's definitely not hostile. He's not one of those, those people who are like, flat Earth is the truth, and if you don't believe in flat Earth, then you're blah, 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 and this and that. He'll have guests come on that do that, but he doesn't do that. And that's something that I like and respect, because I feel like when we begin to get emotional about what we believe in is when we go down a path of ineffective philosophies and ideologies that don't serve us. And then we start to develop problems in our life operating from ideologies that might not be entirely accurate or true. And we can't let them go once they become ineffective or inaccurate or whatever. For example, when I was raw vegan, I noticed there's 10-year vegans who are experiencing extreme nutritional deficiency symptoms, like they're losing their hair, losing their teeth, they're getting these weird crystals coming out of their eyes, and skin issues, and basically they're losing bone mass and muscle mass, and they look like they're dying of chemotherapy or something. And they've been doing that for years. And when you ask them about it, or when they talk about it on their YouTube channel, they say that they're detoxing from meat toxicity. Their ideology and their bias, it feeds into itself to reinforce any reason why the raw veganism or their own personal dogma is wrong or is unhealthy or is harming them. They have some kind of justification to defend it, saying, "Oh no, my suffering is a good thing. My suffering is a good thing. This is a good thing that I'm losing my hair and stuff. That's a sign that I'm detoxing." And it's 20 years go by and they're still detoxing. And the same can be found in carnivore communities, where people are I don't want to get it, oxalate dumping is the new thing, right? People are convinced, they'll leave me comments, are convinced no, it's a real thing, and blah blah blah, same shit that the raw vegan people do. And so anyway, what was I going with that? So it's not just the nutrition sphere, it's in religion too. And I don't want to get too deep in that, but Christianity and people who believe in the actual bearded man in the sky philosophy of Christianity, which people are going to hate me for this, but I think the Bible is probably a metaphor. I believe more in kind of some of the things that you might hear in things like the Zohar, the Kabbalah, Neville Goddard and some of these like interpretations of the Bible that believe the Bible is actually a book to describe a path to self-actualization and becoming enlightened. But, you know, in our modern times, unenlightened, tribalistic, low vibrational beings will take anything they can and turn it into toxic hostility, things that keep them what would be the word? Things that keep them suppressed, like their mind suppressed, hindered, operating like almost animalistic, prevents them from transcending, transmutating, and reaching the heights of, I guess, spiritual development. But anyway, all of that shit's subjective. Who the fuck am I to be the gatekeeper of enlightenment? But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I like the fact that Chad doesn't seem to be one of those people. He believes what he believes, but that's his whole thing, is like open your reality. So, you know, he listens and inquires deeply into people that have different perspectives. So that is very rare to find. So anyway, highly recommend y'all subscribe to Chad's channel. I personally, again, I'm not a proponent of everything on there. I'm not an advocate of everything on there. But you got to keep in mind to keep an open mind. How about that? It's a good channel. Chad's a good dude. And, yeah, that's what it's all about. So, yeah, and we're going to do a damn live stream, and we're going to have fun and chat y'all's ears off. Go on there this coming weekend. Ask us some questions. Have a good time. Hopefully I'll see y'all there. And, yeah, appreciate everyone. Leave your question comments down below, and I'll talk to y'all very, very soon.